Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Elders of the council of Ooni of Ife's council are alleged to have gathered in their number, escalating the fact that Ooni of Ife is going against their culture and tradition by, asking for the arrest of the Esu, the man who they said is representing Seda, the man who was alleged to have gone to scare people who were supposed to walk in Olori Naomi's prayer altar, the then prayer altar and now prayer and ministry inside the palace of the Ooni of Ife. You see, the truth is that when people want to start looking for trouble, you would think you might not know where they are coming from, but when you look closely, you know that these are people who want to seek trouble. Now, what are you going to say about the circumstances that you have a principal and he gives an order and his subordinate goes to do something else, and you think that he has no right to punish his subordinate? This is what this is about. So it goes to tell you the level of politics, it goes to tell you the level of unfairness, it goes to tell you the level of not wanting Queen Naomi to return back to the palace. So this is not just like anybody will say, it's not just about Queen Naomi, it's about, a ton of individuals who would stop at nothing to ensure that Queen Naomi returns back to the palace. And that is why the diviners say that they are not fighting Naomi, they are fighting Queen Naomi's prayers. One of the biggest problem I think these people are having is the fact that Queen Naomi is a prayer warrior. I want to believe that if Queen Naomi had been a traditionalist like them, we will not be having this problem. Even when Queen Naomi went and put that thing on Instagram, I'm sure that these same people would have been begging her to stay and not leave. And they wanted her to leave because, in fact, as a matter of fact, everything was masterminded by them, because it got to a point where her prayer was disturbing them so much that they just could not bear it again. They had to do what they had to do to ensure that she left the palace. And when she left the palace, they are standing against her, making sure that she doesn't return back to the palace. So this is a battle for territory. And territorial battles, I have told you time and time again, you can go and make your research. They are very, very strong battles. They are not battles that one person fights. The great thing that is going on with Queen Naomi is that Queen Naomi have a community of lovers across the globe who are not just talking about her issues, who are praying for her on a daily basis, hoping that she's going to win this battle. But a lot of this community of people are saying, is it necessary for her to go back to the palace? Is it not possible that she stays maybe in the royal mansion where she is and starts up her life again? But you know something, a lot of people are also not part of the school of thought. She is the main wife, and staying outside the palace will not bring that fulfillment. Like, why should others be inside the palace while she stays in the mansion? But if you want to think about this objectively, you want to say it's important for her to be safe and her son to be safe. She needs to stay in a place where she's sure that these people will not come after her. Now, coming back to the palace, is she going to be able to stand the battle? But a lot of people are under the opinion that she would, that she has fought this battle to this point. This is not the right time for her to give up and start running away, because she will come back to fight another day. But if you go by the events that are coming down, most of those exposition, things we never knew before that we know now, you can now see that it might just be a no-brainer for her to stay in the royal mansion in Lekki, while others are in the palace. The fulfillment may never be there, and this fight is to fulfill her destiny, and she might not be able to fulfill her destiny if she doesn't return back to the palace. But above all, I want to believe that God knows exactly what he is doing. I want to believe that at the appointed time, everything will find its natural equilibrium. I want to believe that God can never, ever give you a project without making provision for you. I want to believe that Queen Naomi is a victor. I want to believe that she is capable. I want to believe that God is capable God is doing. You know, there are sometimes in our life where we pray, it will sound as if our prayer is re-echoing from an empty universe. But at times like this, the God that we serve is working wonders at the background. I think all we need is some patience, and I think she also needs some patience. I think that everything is working together for good because she is a woman that loves the Lord and she is called according to the purpose of God. Because if not for God, why will a first class monarch who is worth over 77 million dollars be going after a young girl like this? This man, if he says Jack, 100 women, Robinson, 1,000 women will come from around the globe. They want to be with him. I told you, people have told you time and time again when you ask me that, why are these women so bent on being with him? I told you proximity is power. Anduba made tons of millions just by being close to Obasanjo. Proximity is power. Being close to a mighty person like that, if you are a sensible woman, you make so much money. I see the women who are married to the Ooni of Ife busy fighting Queen Naomi. If every information we gather is to be true, okay, they are always fighting with Queen Naomi. Me, for a very smart woman, you want to use this opportunity to make money for yourself. You know, a leverage on the fact that you are a wife to a first-class monarch and crack connections all over the place. Drop, bring forth proposition to people who will not say no to you by virtue of the fact that you are a respected wife of a first-class monarch, and begin to make your money and store your money and stop this drama with fighting Queen Naomi. I want to believe, like somebody like Toby. I had always thought that Toby is a very smart woman. I'd always thought that Toby would be that woman that would leverage on this situation very well. I'd always thought that Toby would be able to make so much money on with this situation. Look, this is one thing I love about a lot of Nigerian women. There are women that you put in this situation right now. They are not going to be busy fighting Queen Naomi. They'll be busy making their money. I do know that some of them are very, very wealthy. A woman like Dr. Elizabeth is absolutely wealthy. A woman like Miriam is wealthy, and the African Fashion Week lady too is wealthy. But is that enough? Why don't you leverage on the opportunity rather than focus on Queen Naomi? Is what we do not know. So right now they say that the elders are fighting, so right now they say the elders are fighting with the Ooni of Ife because they think that he is standing against their culture and tradition. And how is he standing against your culture and tradition? It's what we do not know, because this is a king. He will uphold what he believes in, and if you who is supposed to be subordinate stand against him, he has the right to discipline you and let you know that that shouldn't be again. A lot of these things are happening because of the kind of king he is. He is a very lenient king, but I think that going forward he needs to also make people understand their boundaries and also ensure that they do not come against him and make him look powerless. When he leaves an instruction, you want to do whatever you want to do. What gives you the audacity to go and begin to scare people that your king, your principal, has put to work in a particular place? Whether you agree with him or you do not agree with him, it's not up to you to make that decision. He has made a decision. You must walk in that line because he is indeed your principal. I wanted to bring you this update. I'm going to bring you more. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.